So where we stopped yesterday, it's frozen set, right? Till we have seen a frozen set. So any doubts in data types? Any doubts? Or shall we proceed a new topic today?
Nothing as of
Yeah,
now, thank you.
thank you. Okay. So today we are going to see something called formatting in Python. That is kind of a concatenation which is available for string. So we'll talk about it. So it's we are going to see formatting. Formatting is nothing but a concatenating a data together, an object together. Okay. So we all know that a plus symbol will help us to concatenate. It's a basic concatenation. So say for example, if we say name is equal to, so we can say name plus last. So this will actually concatenate both together without any space in between. So if you want a space, you have to add a space before, again a plus symbol. Okay, this is one of the way. And apart from that, we can able to do such things. That is using date percentage simple. So this is called a old formatting method. This is actually derived from C, and this is based on a data type. So this is based on data type based formatting, and this is derived from C. Okay, this is called an old formatting method in Python. Okay, so we'll see what it is, and so the syntax is you have to keep a percentage something. It can be yes, it can be f. F mean floats, D mean integer, C mean character. Yes for all. It will accept any type of string. Okay, and if you keep as it is, it will print as it is. If you want to do formatting, you have to keep this syntax. Okay, now what happened, whatever you given will be added into it. Say name will be added, and if you want one more, you have to keep space and say percentage yes again. Okay, so if you use two more than one means, so it's up to how many percentage you have actually used inside a string. If you're actually using two, you have to pass two inputs. Otherwise, it will raise an error. What might be the error? Sir, type error. Because this data type does not fulfill. Okay, you have to pass one more thing. So last, okay, it looks more easier than using plus symbol. So in case of integer, so we can use percentage. Okay, or if you want to be specific, use the corresponding data type. Okay, so if I pass string instead, this will raise an error because you actually specified with, you actually stick with a specific data type. So if it is percentage d, you have to pass integer alone, not a string. So otherwise this will raise an error. So any doubts till now? So the basic syntax is, this is the basic syntax. To use percentage inside a string, you have to pass it using this way. So are you clear with what is old formatting method?
use the new one for all the things? Or is
Yeah,
there? Why would I use this old one as against the new one?
yeah, we have an options. That's it. We have both options. It's up to you. So it actually derived from C, and if people are familiar with C, they can use this. And if you want a new, you can use new. It's up to you. I said we have both options together. And if you want to be specific with a data type, then you can use this. So it will prevent if you pass any inputs which is not in a proper data types. So it will obviously will raise an error. So such case you can use older formatting. So you need to format data or object together, but it should be type specific. There we can use this method because new formatting is not based on data type; it is based on a position, but old is based on a data type. So here you can able to be specific. That's why we're using this. Okay, and we'll see the additional properties which is available for this. That is, and here we can do something like that. So what happened? This will allocate 10 space for the string. So say for example here what happened, your name, the Dinesh will be assigned. Dinesh contains 6 characters, but here totally it will allocate a 10 space. Within a 10 space, this 6 will be resides. Right. So here what happened is I will allocate a 10 space for this, and if you want to assign the space after that, you have to say minus. Okay, why are we using this? The reason is if you're preparing some automatic letters, okay, so you have to pass that the content will be static. You need to change the name alone. Say for example, hi, dear, this name, or kind of. Okay, so what happened, the name might be varies. Okay, it's up to that space, the total length. So if you don't define this, what happened, the letter may be collapsed. So like if name is 5 characters, you wrote the content based on 5 characters, but in case of your name text is your input is 10 characters, mean what will happen, the letter will get collapsed. Okay, so that's why to avoid the cases, we can use this thing. So we can allocate space for this, and we can keep the string inside. So if it is exceeds, if your name is less than that, the remaining will be filled with spaces. Okay, so for that we can say numbers to be given from sheet. And another thing is there that is called clipping. Clipping in the sense, you all know that you will get the banking statement at the end, beginning, starting of the month. Say stated, so you have utilized this method. So it is actually password protected. There, the password might be your first 4 character kind of. That is called clipping your words, right? So here we can do clipping. For that, we have to use a dot. Okay. So here my name is then my name can be uh, any set of characters. So if you want to click, say for example, dot, I want a first 4 characters, just say 4.4. This will actually clip your 4 characters. And here this is not required actually. You can see this. So the name can be any much of length. It's up to the it won't be it won't bother about that. So you will simply clip your words with this the given input. So if you say 4, the word that your name will be clipped with 4 characters. Okay, for that we can use dot 4. So similarly, if you want to say float, you can say if. Okay, and if you want to restrict, dot 2 will be 2 decimal float. Yep. Okay, so these are the additional properties which is available with old formatting.
And how do I do the same thing with the new formatting? For example, these clip as well as the
Yes,
spaces.
yeah, we
How
will
do I?
see that in new formatting. We have not started it. So shall I move on to new formatting? So are you clear with old formatting? Okay, I will proceed with
Yes,
a new.
sir.
Yeah, any doubts? Do you have any doubts? seems you are all clear. We'll move on to new formatting. Okay. So in new formatting, there will be the similar syntax, but here we have to use a curly brace. Okay. If you keep it as it is, it will print as it is. But if you want to do formatting, use dot format. Okay. So dot format is nothing but a string attribute. You might see it's dot format. Okay. So here what we can do. So we have to pass a data into it. It can be anything. It will simply accept it. Okay. I said new formatting is based on position. So if you have two, you must pass two inputs. Otherwise, it will say index error. So there it raises type error. Got it? If input is not fulfilled. So if you have two inputs, sorry, if you have two, but if you pass single, it will raise a type error. But here what happened? Index error, because it is position based. Default position is index here. So this will raise index error. Means this consider this as a 0, this as a 1. By default system will allocate from 0 to till the length -1. Okay. So this is like this. Got it? If you don't specify, this is how it takes 0 and 1. Okay. Now, if you want to be shuffle, you can still do that. Okay, 1 0. Okay, it's up to the position. And if I have only one input, I want to repeat it twice. Is it possible? Have you got my question? So previously I have used one input for two position. It says an error. It says index error. It's out of range. Now I'm having a single input, but I want to repeat it twice. Say for example, we are actually preparing a letter. Then you will say dear name, and after that, say for dear Dinesh and Dinesh, you are doing something kind of okay. So there, your name is supposed to be repeat twice or something, so a few more times. So there, we can use this method. Okay, what else we can do?
Hello.
And one in the instead of 0, we put 1 there.
We have to keep 0 as well because we have only one input, right? At 0th position. So we can say 0 0. The thing will be repeated. It's getting repeated. Okay? Because we have only one input. If I say what happened? This will raise index error again because we don't have anything in first position. We do have only data in data actually was resides in 0th index, not the first index. So we have to say if we otherwise it will raise index error again. So we have to say 0. Okay, so you can have a single input. You can write it for you can it might be reflected in two positions, so based on its index. Got it? So similarly we can do main last. So as Shivam asked, so how to do that the same thing as a thing in older formatting. Okay, so here what you can do. So this is a key or a position to replace your input in this. Okay, so to parse this input you have to say colon and you can start doing this will allocate in space. If you want to go back you have to use this, not a minus. Here you should not use minus, instead you have to use this exponent symbol. Okay, and if you want to do clipping, just say dot, this will clip you.
Sorry.
Yeah, please.
When it came to the space between in the first example,
Here. Yeah.
Further up,
Yeah.
there how did it give you a space between Dinesh and Kumar? Is that because there was a space between those two curly brackets, the one above?
You mean this one or this one?
No, the one above.
Here, this one.
Huh.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is
How did
what
it?
I gave.
So
I
that
kept.
is the one. So whatever
Yes.
happens between what is
Yes.
there within the
Correct.
uh,
So
apostrophes is what works.
yes. So if I don't give space, it will look like this. Got it? That's why we're using the formatting. So we can do anything we want because it is actually resides inside a string, inside a quotes.
Mm.
If I say one more space,
If I
so
put underscore there,
yeah, it will be.
so it is pretty much whatever.
Yeah. So any doubts in this? Yeah, please, Arun.
Nothing from my side.
Yeah.
Bro, what if I want to clip the last first three characters?
First three characters.
Yes.
Say dot three. Got it?
No, sir. This was clipping the last three characters, ESH, but I want to
Okay.
clip the first three characters.
First three. Okay. I think I don't see the video properly. Or else we can do it here itself. We say first three, right? This is the way we have to use. So here we don't have that. This is the way we have to use. So while you're pausing, you have to parse it over there. So we can do clip. So in this formatting, we can do from start. So there's a no way in, from behind. So if you want to do something like that, you have to do indexing method while you're passing the inputs like this.
Okay, sir, got it.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
So now
Will it
we
give a
will.
format error if we give the negative after the 3?
You mean minus?
Not
No.
here, but within the
Okay,
brackets.
okay. So here negative is not valid syntax.
No, no, the whatever. What is that called as? The cone or
This mean you mean this like this?
no, the one which you told that instead of using negative, you use the
Exponent.
exponent. Yeah.
Yeah,
What if you put the exponent after dot 3?
nothing happens. Nothing happens. It doesn't take. It doesn't do anything. So this will be.
Dot 3 exponent
Yeah, it won't. It is not a syntax. It is not a syntax.
value known. Okay.
It is not a valid syntax. Okay. So for that, I will give you an exercise. It has a detailed instruction. Go to pyformat.info. This is purely for Python formatting. Okay. We have the all the types of formatting methods, complete examples. So like what we have seen and what we missed it, everything will be there. So it will be a good practice for you. Like so, it will be start from the both comparison, proper comparison. So say percentage. This is something equal to new formatting, like this. Okay, and we have the detailed introduction. So this is a full character actually. What do you want to fill after that? So it will be filled with underscore.
Sir, is old useful for us?
Pardon?
Old one, like this percentage, S percentage. That one is that useful for us in future?
Yeah,
If
it
we
is
do,
both. Yeah, it is up to you. So if you want to create a content and the data insertion should be based on a data type. There we can use this. Like if people getting some such input like integer, but you want to keep only integer. That case, but instead if people gave something which is not integer and you want to prevent it, that case we can go with an old formatting method.
oh, okay.
Okay, so if you want to be a type specific, we can go with old formatting, and rest of things we will use a new formatting. Okay.
But I'm getting errors like attribute error, like that.
Where
In like flower brackets dot format 10. Scroll
yeah,
up.
yeah, just share the screenshot if you please. Facing
No,
where
up.
we don't get any attribute error, it will be a type error.
This one, down, little bit. That colons down. First, more.
This one.
This one.
Oh, this is new
Not
formatting.
this one. Up, the up one.
This one.
No. Up. Yes, that one.
Okay. What do you mean?
I
What is the error?
typed that. It's showing attribute error for me.
Attribute
Okay.
error.
Yes, I don't know why.
It is format is there, so it is formatting, right? What you tried
Yes,
actually?
I typed the same
Okay. In which version?
third version.
It is there in Python 3. It will be
Oh,
there. Just
I
share the
don't know.
screenshot. I present.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
When you try, yeah.
I'm
So
using my phone,
okay.
so
Maybe you're
I'll
using
send you.
Python.
Not QPython. I'm using computer to
Okay.
type to
So say
practice.
try with der string. Okay. There you will find format. If it is not exist, it will say attribute error. Okay.
Okay,
Maybe they might remove in mobile. It's not. I'm not sure about that. Just share and I will check and let you know.
okay. I'll show you
Okay. Sure.
after the
Okay.
class.
Fine. Okay, so here we have a detailed ways how to use both old and new formatting in this, and we ask both what we have actually seen and what else we might miss something. Everything will be there. Just please try to do practice. Try to practice this. So what we saying like a float. If you want to restrict float with two digit, you can use this. And if you want to be like a Z, it should be 6 digit. You can say you all know what is something before dot and after dot. So here before dot is a total width and after dot is clipping your decimals. Okay, so can you practice yourself, and we'll move on to named placeholders, which is not available in old formatting. It is purely for new formatting. Okay, so till now we have seen index based positioning. Now we are going to talk about a named, that is key based. Okay, so say for example, so here we have used 0, kind of. Okay, now we are going to use a name base, like we can use the exact name over there inside. Okay, so for that we have to use is equal to b0. So we have to assign your input into some variables. In that case, it don't work. It will say an index error. We have to say a reference, the corresponding reference. Understand? So this is mean named placeholders. Or you can keep this as a dictionary like this. So this is called unpacking. Unpacking means this will actually will become something like that. So this is the basic syntax. And if you want to use a named placeholder, that is a variable name inside, we have to do something like that. A is equal to B is equal to kind of. Okay. And if you have a dictionary, you know dictionary, right? It is again a key value pair. If you want to use a dictionary, if you don't say anything, what happens? This will be considered as a one object. Okay. So means this is considered as a one object. If you don't use, you say index error, because we have only one object. Everything is an object. This also considered as an object. We have only one object. Okay. It says index error. If I say 0 and 0 again, what happened? Your dictionary will be repeated twice. So this will be considered as a single object, and it will be try to place it at 0th index. Okay. Now if you want to extract a content which is inside a dictionary and you want to use a named placeholder, means you have to unpack it. This is called unpacking in Python. We supposed to use double star to unpack the content which is available inside dictionaries. So we have to use double star. So what will happen? This will convert your content with something like that, like this. So your dictionary will become A is equal to name and B is equal to last, like this. This is called unpacking. Okay. So and the remaining stuff will be same as it is. You can assign, and you can clip. You can clip as it is. So you can do anything you want. Okay. The rest of the stuff will be same. The indication alone, the position alone will differ. In case of by default, default it means it will be index based, or otherwise it will be key based. That is named. That is key. You have to pass the exact key. So any doubts in this, or do you want me to repeat once again?
Can you please repeat once more, please?
Yeah. So hope you all clear with question that is 0 on 1s. Okay. Now we are going to talk about named placeholder. That is, so we have a syntax. So this should be replaced with the corresponding names. Okay. For that, what you have to do? If you keep as it is, it will print as it is, because we never formatted it. We never format anything. Okay. If you want to say dot format, we have to pass something. Okay. If I say 10 comma 11, here it will raise error, because first and name is not an index. This is actually a key or a name. This is actually a name, not an index. Okay. So this will obviously raise an error. So it says index error, sorry, key error. The first is not exist. Okay. What you given was not there, so we won't able to do formatting. So we have to define like this, name or first. Okay. Now this becomes a named placeholders, that is key based. Okay. Kim Shiram? Yeah. Okay. So this is a named placeholders. Okay. Or if you have a dictionaries, like we had HD, HTU1. Okay, you want to pause into it. So what should I do? Dot format, and if we pass D, what will happen? So what will happen? Any idea?
Type error?
How it will be type error?
No, it will be key because you have keys there, so key error.
Just forget about the data type in this, whether it is a dictionary. I have passed a one input. Okay, here I'm having two positions are there. Here I'm having two position, but I had a single input.
Index.
Index
Will be
error.
index error. Okay, so if we want to insert dictionaries in both the places, what should I do? We have to. So it means a default index is something like that. That's why it says index error because we don't have anything in first question. If you want to get it repeat, what you have to do?
0.
Zero again. So it will be repeated. Okay. So this is index. Now we are going to talk about key. For that, we have to unpack dictionary. Okay. What happened once you say unpacking your dictionary? This will become stu1 equal to Karthi, stu2 equal to Mohammed, kind of. Okay. Now this will raise index error because we don't have anything in zeroth and first position. We are using 0 and 1, but we don't have anything like that. Still again index error because here but I said a default is index based position. So we are using index based, but the input is placeholder, that is key based. That your input was actually key based, so it raises an error. So this is something equal to stu1 Karthi and stu2 kind of. Got it? So now you have to say stu1 stu2 and instead we can say unpacking your dictionary. That's it. This will take care. So understand what is named placeholders? Still any doubts? So to define a named placeholder, your input must be something like that. It should have some reference, a name equal to or variable equal to kind of. So you can use the exact variable inside curly brace, or otherwise it will actually looking for an index. Is it fine?
Yes, please. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So and one more thing, we don't have a similar thing with. I'm going to say 1 comma 2. Now what will happen?
So we'll just print
Index
1
error.
comma 2.
Index error.
Because this list will be considered as a one object. Okay,
One
we are
object.
actually having two things. In it says index error. Now, as like a dictionary, we have to unpack list. We can still unpack your list. So here the syntax is single star. So the data type which is position that index based position require a single star to unpack. For dictionary, we have to use double star to unpack. Okay. Now this will be unpacked. That in first place it will be replaced with 1. In second place it will be 2. Got it? If I say name, again, you all know name contains Dinesh, which we used before. Okay, what happened? It will say index error. Now, if I unpack, is it possible? So unpacking means each and every character will be assigned into it. Okay. So what will happen? DINESH will pass into it, and here it will be filled with P and I. We have more thing to do. If you want, we can add it. Okay. So here, if you have a two curly brace, if you pass a more than two, it won't be a problem. It will simply neglect it. So for example, say 1 comma 2 comma 3, it will neglect the remaining stuff. But if you have two inputs, but if you have more than two curly brace, then it will raise an error, index error, because it will be filled with 0, 1, and 2. We have 0 and 1, and not for 2, so it says index error. Got it? But if you have a less question and more data, it's not a problem. So in that case, so when I extract a string with each and every character, what happened? It will be filled with each and every character. Okay. So this concept is called unpacking. To unpack dictionary, we have to use double star. To unpack a list or a string or tuple, we have to use single star. Okay. So what happened? This means E I N. Like this. So this will actually unpack your content into like this. So there's a more we have more like this. Okay. So this to write something like that will be a difficult thing. To make it easier, so Python having a concept called unpacking. You can simply pass an input, so an object, just use star. This will actually unpack your content, but it won't work with integer because integer is a fixed question. So integer is a fixed question, we won't be able to use star. So the input should be in iterable, not integer. So it says there. So any doubts in formatting?
So the formatting can be done only for strings, not
This
for
type.
integer.
This is
That type.
unpacking. Yeah.
Unpacking ones. Yeah.
Yes. So we can do unpacking in two way. One is for index-based question data question object, and second is key-based question. For key-based questioning, we supposed to use double star. For index-based questioning, we have to use single star. Okay. You all know string, list, tuples are index-based, so we can use star to unpack. For dictionary, we have to use double star to unpack. Got it? So, and the next, so this is all about old and new formatting. So for more practice, so you have to practice yourself, and we have a lot of content over there. So plus, please do practice what is equal to going to do. Even while you're seeing an output, you will easily get it. Okay, but please do practice yourself. So then only we have a clear picture of it. So please do practice, and if you have any doubt, please ask me. So we leave it for your exercise. So this is your exercise. Go to pipeformat.info, try each and everything which is available over there. Okay. And one more thing, in Python 3.7 above, probably people are using Python 3.8. That is what I believe. So from Python 3.7, we have one more new formatting called fstring. So just check about what is fstring and how to use it. It is much simpler. Okay. So it's another type of formatting. Uh, Find yourself. That is nothing but fstring. See fstring. What is fstring in Python? Okay. So this will be something like that. This is the syntax for that. So it won't work with my previous version. So here it will raise an error. It says syntax error, but the exact syntax will work with Python 3.7 and above. So the exact syntax will work here. So it says name error. Name is not defined. I'm defining a name. So you can directly place an object variable inside this. So this is called f string. Okay. So this is available since Python 3.7. The exact syntax won't work with the previous versions. So here we don't work. We will simply say syntax because this version doesn't contain this syntax. This was implemented since Python 3.7. So you need to be careful while using this syntax. So it won't work with the previous version. So this concept is called f string or format string. Okay. So shall we move on to next topic or any doubts? Okay, I will move on to next topic. Seems everyone don't have any doubts. Okay. So no one has any doubts, I believe. So we'll move on to next topic. So we are going to talk about the syntax rule before proceeding with uh, a new topic called statements. Okay. So we have to know about what is the difference between expression and statement. So expression is nothing but a combination of value, variable, and operator. What happened at the end? It will supposed to it will execute and it will evaluate, which means that expression will be evaluated and it will actually produce an output. Say for example, you are saying a is equal to 1 and a plus, you are saying a is equal to 10. Okay, and if you say a plus 20, so here this is a combination of values, sorry, variable, operator, and value. Okay, so you all know this will be evaluated like a will be replaced with 10 and the plus will add both 10 and 20 together and it will produce 30 as an output. Okay, so this kind of things is called an expression. So expression is nothing but something going to evaluate, and it is a combination of value, variable, and operator. So hope you all get it. What is expression? And you can easily identify, oh, this is an expression. Got it? So expression means something going to evaluate. So len, you all know len is a function. What happened? If you pass something, it will actually produce an output. Okay. So the content, that line will be evaluated and you will get some output, right? That is called expression. Okay, now we are going to talk about statement. So statement is nothing but something that static instruction going to perform, like if we say if, what happened, this will actually going to create if syntax. Okay, and probably and a line which starts with a reserved keyword, that is called a statement. Can be we have a various statement like a looping statement, conditional statement, and a lot more is there. Okay, so most probably statement means something which is which probably starts with reserved keywords, probably starts with or some reserved keyword was present at middle of that string or anywhere. Okay, so probably a line which contains a reserved keyword called a statement. Okay, so here the static if means if contains some instruction. So if you want to do all things, it will take more time to do more time to create. Instead they make it as a common name. If they kept all these instruction, they write it all the instruction for this name, and if we say if, what happened, that instruction will be executed. Say if true, it will be executed, will be printed. So an expression or a line which contain a reserved keyword called a statement. So this is a difference between statement and expression. Expression means something going to evaluate. Okay, and statement means the static instruction going to perform. and it is most probably contains some reserved keywords. Okay, so this is the difference between expression and statement. Now we'll talk about what is line and indentation. Okay, so in Python we don't have some such thing called curly brace. Like in other language you might experience this. So when you say class or function, once you define you have to use a curly brace to define that the block was started, and once done you have to indicate the block was terminated by using curly brace. But in Python we don't have something like that. And if you want to create a class, just say class name, say colon. Okay, colon is an indication what happened. This will differentiate, this is parent, and something which is going to comes under this called child. So like this. Okay, so here we don't have any syntax called curly brace. Okay, so you have to indicate it by colon, and followed by you need to keep space. Whenever you're saying colon, next line should be indent. Okay, so once you say colon, next line you need to keep a space in between. So just forget about dot, triple dot. So this is an indication in interpreter, not with program. When you're using in a program, it won't be there. In a program, whenever you say colon, that three line will never occur. So you need to keep space. That's it. Okay. So the three dot is for interpreter indication. That's it. Just as like this greater than symbol. Okay. So don't confuse this thing. Just for ignore that. Okay. So once done, you need to keep an empty space. Empty space. This will be terminated. Okay. So here it means a block of code. So this is one block of code. You are actually creating a class. You are actually say colon. After colon, you need to keep space. Okay. So this is called a block of code. So blocks of codes are denoted by indent. Indent means giving a space in between. Okay. So here, as per Python rule, you need to keep a 4 space to make it code unique. I have informed you already what is 4 space, why we need to give 4 space. Like just as assume in a organization, this module was going to code by 4 people, one doing something like that, 1 space, Python accepts, and another giving a 2 space. Since Python accepts, as one more give a proper for indent. So this will works for them. Now a manager or someone who is a responsibility going to merge all the stuffs together. Okay, so all the code together, what happened? Say if true, now so there is a difference between this line and this line. We have one more space, so this will raise indentation error. So here we are going to talk about what is indentation. So indentation error means the space is uneven. So whenever you're getting an uneven space, there you will face indentation error. Okay, so here I said once you say colon, next line should be indent. So it is not a problem between a line with which contains a colon and line without. Okay, because this is a parent and everything else is child. Okay, so here we don't face any indent. So when we facing an indent, only with child, or like if we say a is equal to 10, if you keep a space in between, b is equal to 20. So here there is an indent error because here it starts with this, but here we have kept a single space. Notice this indentation error. So hope you all get it. What is indentation error? Okay. So indentation error is nothing but a giving space in between two lines. That a difference between two lines, the spacing different actually. Okay. Now, so blocks of codes are denoted by space. You need to keep an equal space. Now it won't be a problem.
So all the blocks of code are done in the same line.
Yes.
Okay.
So it should be even. Okay. So when it will be terminated, once you terminate the indent. Okay. So in other language, we will terminate it by using close curly brace. So here, once you terminate the space, once you move on to next new line, that indent the block will be closed. See, so here my block was starts with here this line, and when it's getting exits. So once you're done with this, okay, once you move on to the same indent. Okay, same line. Okay, now so Python assumes this block was ended, this block was completed. So here there is no indication like this curly brace. We don't have any such things. So instead, it will be starting with space and ending with space again. So that is called indentation. So lines and indentation. So blocks of code are denoted by line indentation.
And it is for expression, sorry, statements, right? When you start with a
Exactly.
statement,
Exactly. Yeah.
you start with a statement, then you can do whatever you want.
Yes.
When I say whatever you want, it's
Inside.
all related to statements,
Yes.
not the
Yes.
expressions.
Yes. Even also, if in case of the expression, like I'm going to say a is equal to, in next line should be in the same line.
Okay, so this is valid for both expressions as well as for statements.
Yeah, this is
Because
yeah, please.
in your example which you had shown, you had multiple, not this one, the other complicated program which you were showing in the
Yeah.
colorful one. Yeah, here you have lots of indentation or lots of
Yes.
these things. So, for example, define fetch token request. Then you have the try, because that is still an,
Colon.
okay, you have put a colon there.
Yeah. Once you
Okay,
say
because that
colon,
is a statement. That's a
yes.
statement.
This is again a reserved keyword. Try is again a reserved keyword. So see, try is a reserved keyword. So we'll see what is try and all in upcoming classes. This is an exception. This is called exception block. We have a we have a section, we have a topic for that. We have an individual topic for that. What is
No,
exception blocks and all? Yeah.
no. Okay, I'm not talking about that particular keyword, reserved
Okay.
keyword. I'm more talking about how you have done the indentation. So
Okay.
here you have closed the indentation with a colon every time.
No, no.
Means that,
Starts with colon. Once you see colon, next line should be indent. You need to keep a 4 space. You need to start from here. Okay. And again, my immediate next line contains a colon again. What happened? Once you say colon, next line again should be indent. We have to keep a 4 space. Once you're done with 4 space, so this block terminated here. Okay. And I'm starting another block. That is except again same colon. Next line again starts with indent. So once I done with it, it move on to here, and once done, again I'm fall back to here. So I will create one more thing. See here, I create a nested if. Okay, if true space if name equal to Dinesh. Okay, so here should I start with here or here? Where should I start?
4 spaces, because you have put a colon, and
Yeah.
that's the reason why you said that you have to go 4
So
spaces.
I should not start with the here. I'm supposed to go to this. Okay, so it will accept single space and at least one space. It requires at least one space, but as per Python rule, we have to keep 4 space to make a code is even for all the users. Okay, I'm saying say print. Yes, it
So
is.
4.
Okay, now once I move on, it came here. Okay, now what happened? I'm into block. I'm into this block, not this block. So this block was terminated. Once I move on to here, got it?
Okay, yeah.
Wait.
So that means there was no colon after the S. So that's the reason why it's a new block.
Yeah. So
So
this
that's the
is
reason I can start with.
yes. Now this block has been ended because I have done with my code. Okay. So this block has a single expression to execute, and I'm done with it. Once I done, I move on to a next line. Okay. So this is belongs to this block, not this block. Okay. This line is belongs to this block. Now if we execute, so we don't have a name. When we say name, I will repeat once again. If true, it is true, and if not, if name, it will print yes. Otherwise, not otherwise. Once it is so, if true, it will obviously come inside, and but name is not equal to Dinesh, right? So
Hmm.
print yes on print. So the block has done. So the block was completed and it moved on to next line. So that is belongs to this line, this block. Okay, you will get done alone. Now I'm going to change my name with Dinesh. Okay, now it is true, and the blocks come to this uh, the subblock, and it will print yes. And again, once done, it move on to this. We'll get both yes and done. Okay, so here if you want to terminate this block, again I'm supposed to come back to this push to this here to this. Am I clear? Or are you confused?
Hello,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
If I use else statement means
So
how can I
just forget
define that?
about. We are about to see that topic. We have not started it. Now I'm just talking about blocks of code are denoted by intent. That's it.
Okay.
Okay, we have not started what is if condition, what is for loop and all. So this in this session we are just seeing this is a block of code. Okay, these blocks of code are denoted by intent instead of curly brace. In other language we're using curly brace, right? So in
Hmm.
Java I will show you. So here, see, the blocks of code are denoted by curly. We start with curly brace, and you have to keep a space again. So in Python, this is simply eliminated. We don't need to say this thing. That's it. So simply in Python, we are not using curly brace, just an indent. The everything else was same as like other language. You need to keep a space. So just assume you are actually writing some answers for your question in examination. Okay, you will actually start with a topic, right? Say for example, my country. You will say, probably you will say colon, right? In next line, you won't start immediately in the same line. You will give some space, right? The exact syntax. Yes, my country, kind of. Got it? So once done, you will probably terminate it by closing this, and you will start with my state, the exact syntax. So the Python syntax are what actually using in real time. Okay, so this is actually like writing a pseudocode. So just relate with the real time. So we are actually answering some questions in your program. Sorry, in examination, you will do such thing, right? Topic headlines are followed by a content, right? Have you understand? This is what actually you're writing in
Yes, bro.
examination. Huh? Pardon? No.
Okay, bro.
Yeah. As like that. So your intent actually starts with colon. Once you say colon, you need to keep a 4 space. And if you have another nested block, again you have to say colon. Again, keep a 4 space. Once you're done with it, just relate with your examination what you're actually going to do. Okay, in that. Okay. So I said for keeping 4 space, you need to keep 4 space. Why? It will accept single space as well. It's not a problem. If you're using single space, next time also you have to keep a single space. Otherwise, it will raise indentation error. Instead, we are using a common rule, that is a 4 space. So where actually they derive from? So these rule actually derive from pip rule. You all know that pip. What is pip? So this is actually resides in pip 8, styling guide for Python. So here, if you read, you'll find the indentation at all. You have to keep 4 spaces. Use 4 spaces for indentation level. So each indent should be of 4 spaces. Got it? So this is what this is where it arrived from. So these are you all know pip is a Python enhancement proposal, a documentation for Python. So as per pip document, we have to keep a 4 space in between statement and expression. So if you say start with statement, in next line you have to keep a 4 space. So that is called blocks of codes are denoted by indentation, line and indentation. So quotation is in Python. You all know that what is quotation. So giving single quotes, double quotes,
Sorry.
and yeah, please.
So coming back to his question, so if else is there, then if else, I'm not asking about the keywords or anything, but if you have if else, that means it's one block, right?
Yes. Yes, correct.
So in that case, what happens is if true, else again I have to put a colon there, else
Yes,
something
exactly.
else.
Exactly.
So thereby, whenever, yeah. So there, okay.
Consider.
So if becomes a okay. If true, print high is one. If there is no print high, let's say that if you remove a print high, if true, print high, else.
No, it is false. If false, so it won't comes inside. It will probably move on to else. Else part.
So this is considered one block.
Yes.
No.
This is considered as a single block. We'll talk about because what is if syntax and all. So else is not an individual blocks. Else is actually a block which is belongs to if. Okay.
Okay.
So if but you can say if can be an individual because else is purely optional block for if. But if you want to use else, you must contain if.
Okay.
Got it? So
Fair
else is
enough.
actually depends on if, but if is not depends on else.
Hmm.
Got it?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Thank you. Now let's move on to that. So you all know quotations in Python. We can define a string using single quotes, double quotes, and triple quotes as well. So this is a way to define a string. And now the next thing is line continuation. What is line continuation? So I said while you're defining a string, for both a single and double quotes mean for a one line string like hi hello, okay. But if I don't close a string over there and if we move on to next line, what will happen? This will raise a syntax error. Got it? Because we're actually trying to write something in new line. For that we're supposed to use triple quotes. Then it will accept. Now once you terminate, that syntax was done. Okay. But if we say this like this, what happened? If we move on to next line, it will probably raise an error because single and double is mean for a one line. To avoid that, we have to use a slash. Okay. Now, but still, the complete string will be reside in one line because this is purely mean for one line. But why we supposed to use this? So I'll tell you. So if you are using an IDE, you'll find something like that, the align. So this is actually mean. So this is a visible length. See, my visible length is from this to this. Okay. So this is actually a total of 120 characters. So for readability purpose, so for readability purpose, Python restrict your line with 120 characters. If you go beyond that, so it says it is not readable and it is not a syntax error or it won't raise any error, but it will say warning because if I move, so this is my viewing length. If I write anything after that, it is not possible. So we have to scroll down. So scroll right to find what's actually written over there. Okay. So to avoid that such case, uh, so say for example, you are defining one-line string with more than 120 characters. Okay, so it will be probably goes beyond that, like this. Okay, now it's move on. So it says some warnings. What it says, as per Pepe 8 rule, line is too long. It is 151 characters, and it should be less than 120 characters. Okay, so but you all know the string should be it is a one line string. You should not keep it in the next line. So to avoid that case, so we can say slash and move on to next line. Now the warning will be eliminated. Okay, so the line will be, so here my line was terminated over there and move on to next line. But when you print, complete thing will be resides in one line, not okay. So to just to avoid this thing to make it line to make your line continue. So in that case, we're using slash. Okay, slash won't be counted as a part of the string. This is just to make your string to continue in a next new line. Okay, if you have a more than one and you need to keep you need to write, you need to keep on writing, but if it is out of your sight, okay, what happens? You never know. So to avoid that case, we are using slash. Or what happened? You need to scroll right side to find it. Okay, so to avoid that such case, we are using slash. So slash is just for a line continuation purpose. That's it. Nothing else. Now you understand why we're using slash? Just for a line continuation. And what happened if you use its triple quotes? Hi, hello, I'm saying slash. Yes. I'm done with it. Okay. So just compare this and this. Okay. So here I used a slash in between hi, hello, and s. If I print s, what will happen? This also accepted in triple quotes. So what will happen? Any cases? Any cases?
It will print as is.
I said it is for line continuation. So here what happened? It prints hi, hello in first line, yes in second
Hi,
line.
hello, yes in one line.
Yeah.
Hi, hello, yes in one line.
And then I'm done.
And
Because this is purely for line continuation.
Line continuation.
Okay. So this will actually print in a one line. Both the lines in a single line. That's it. That's why we're using a slash. Now the next thing is comment. So for comment is nothing but we'll see briefly. So just to ignore your line. So Python, what happened? Python will simply ignore the line. This is purely for a developer to justify, oh, this line is going to do something. So say for example, I'm writing some if condition. Okay, I'm saying this is a sample if, because a model can be developed by more than one people in case of an organization or some. If you're using someone's code and you need to know what it's going to do, okay, such case we have to say hash. What happened? Python will ignore this line. Okay, so Python will execute till this, and it will be keeps move on. Okay, or if I don't say hash, what happened? This will be considered as a part of your statement, and you all know this is not a valid syntax, right? So this will raise. So this will raise.
index.
How index error? Do we use any index?
Indent.
Index.
Indent
Index.
error.
How indent error? Indent will occur only when you say colon after something, and if you miss your space.
Syntax error.
Syntax error, because this is not a valid syntax, right? So this is comment. If you want to keep it as a comment, just say hash and start writing your code. If you use hash in first line, the complete line will be commented. And if you say pass, what happened? Now it will say, what will happen? Now it will raise an error which you said before. Here my code start from here, but here I am having one more space. So this will raise
Indent.
indent error. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here it will raise indentation. So you need to be careful while you're using a command. Okay, where you are actually using. So if you start with initial line, so this will completely commented your first complete line. Or if you're using in the middle, that the part of a line will be commented. Okay. So hash is for purely for commenting your line. Okay, and it will help you to add a comment to your line, comment to your expression, or comment to your statements. That is that we're using hash, that is for comment. Okay, and the last thing is syntax is semicolon. Okay, and in our first class I said Python doesn't contain any line terminator, but still we can use a semicolon. Okay, like if you say a is equal to 10, we can say a is equal to 10 colon. It will accept. It is purely optional, I said, right? Means why we using semicolon? This will help you to do write a next line in the same line, like this. So this will allow us to write uh, both the lines in a one line. So to differentiate both the line, we using semicolon. So semicolon will differentiate. Oh, this is belongs to, this is one line and this is our next line. If you don't say, now what happened? What will happen now?
Syntax error because there is no.
Because correct. This is probably syntax error because this is not a valid syntax. Okay. So for that, to separate, differentiate, we using semicolon. So these are the basic syntax errors in Python. So we'll talk about conditional statement and all tomorrow. What is conditional statements, and for loop will start from tomorrow. Okay. We will see what is if, else, and for loop in a details from tomorrow. So any doubts today?
No, sir.
Yeah. So we'll see tomorrow. So just if you have any doubts, just please feel free to ask. So
Thank
I'll
you.
wind, thank you. I'll wind up
Thank
the
you for
session.
today.
Thank you.